Listen in Colour. Hi everyone, welcome to Listen in Colour with me, Rachel Walker-Mason. This is something that a lot of you have said I should react to before the new Ren video, which has just come out. So, here we go.
Tragic scenes last night in London. A 14-year-old girl was found dead from a fatal stab wound. Her attacker, a 14-year-old boy, is in critical condition after a violent altercation with a police officer. Over to reporters on the ground for more.
Oh, such a beautiful shame. The sunflowers wilt when the skies do not rain. It's a story I'm sure we all know. It's a moment of madness inside of the woes. We all fall down in London town. Shaky ground carries me. Whoa, rains down, blindingly loud. Never surrender.
Oh, good Lord. Okay, this is very different Ren from what I've already heard. So the things that I've heard are pretty much all acoustic guitar and not a lot else. There's sometimes other bits of instruments, but not very much. This is totally different. There's like a full band there, there's a brass section, and this is somebody else in the video that's not Ren. So usually it's Ren and sometimes a friend or Chinchilla or something. Those are the ones I've watched. This is somebody else. So this is quite different. The whole soundscape's different, which is very exciting. So it tells me, it kind of signals to me that it's a different person's story, that it's going to tell me something else. And why is it called Sunflowers? Interesting. Okay, let's find out more.
Loud, never surrender. A terrible scene. Here lie the corpses of corporate machines, planting seeds where the grass never grows. But the grass, it stays greener in places unknown as we all fall down in London town. Shaky ground carries me.
Wow, okay, I am here for this. Oh God, I love this soundscape. That's so interesting. So is it Ren's arrangement? Did he choose to have a full kind of band? It's like it's amazing. It's like an entire kind of jazz orchestra. It's amazing. So was this Ren's idea? Was it somebody else? Please let me know, Renegades, because you have all the information and I love, 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 love how you love to share it with me. It's just so sweet and kind of you. And what I really like that Ren's doing here is, in terms of the filming, I love that Ren really, really thinks about every single aspect of every single shot. There is nothing wasted. So this is a fuller scene here. Usually it's just him in a chair and a light. And we know that the light signals particular things. In here, we've got a room with more things in it, but there's these sunflowers that are on fire in the corner, and the camera keeps panning back to them, and there's a little ghost figurine next to it. Now, I assume because it's Ren, those elements mean something particular. Those of you who commented on the Violet's Tale video and said about the different coat colours that Ren's wearing that kind of between them make the colour violet, like, so clever. I hadn't noticed that, and so thank you for pointing it out. It just shows me that Ren doesn't miss anything and doesn't do anything unintentionally. So I'm sure there's a reason for those particular items in the corner. So please let me know if you know what they are. And musically, it's really interesting. It's got a kind of opens with a kind of almost like a like a fairy story, kind of. There's like that kind of music box kind of sound, like, I'm gonna tell you a story, but it's gonna be like the Grimm brothers story where everything's terrible and everybody dies and we'll all learn lessons. It's kind of like that, but then it's got this heavy brass, and it's in 3/4 or 6/8, so it kind of swings dum da 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 dum da 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 dum. So it has a kind of friendly feeling in that you kind of dance, you swing along to it, but in a really menacing way. I think it's meant to be juxtaposed like that, so it kind of lulls you into a full sense of like, oh, this might be quite a nice little jaunt. And it's not, because it's Ren. Obviously, it's going to be something dark, and I don't know who Vincent is yet, but I'm assuming that will become clear. So let's keep going and see if it sonically stays the same or if he makes changes, because of course he can. It's Ren and his voice sounds incredible in this. Oh, now this is very clever. This is a classic kind of passing of time kind of montage scene. My husband always shouts montage when we see anything like this in a film, because from Team America, if you know the reference, you'll be laughing. This is a brilliant one. You don't normally get these in music videos, because usually a music video doesn't display a passing of time. But Ren's telling a story that perhaps spans a chunk of someone's life, and this is really interesting, kind of showing the kind of monotony, the kind of cycle that people go through. I can't tell if this guy next to him here is Sam Tompkins, because I know they're friends, and I've met Sam and his manager, and they're terribly nice people. He's also a Brighton busker, so I know they know each other. It looks like it's him, but I can't tell, so I don't know. I don't know if that's Sam or not. But this is really interesting, and musically, it kind of starts off a bit sparse when it cuts into the bit through the TV, and then it kind of builds up and up and up and up, and has that kind of heavier brass, as if everything's building up to a head and something's going to happen. And this noise is happening around him while he's slightly kind of zombified, going through life, just going through the motions of his daily job, and going to the shops and having a cigarette and things. So it feels like musically it's building up to a head. It kind of reminds me of very famous song, Beatles' Day in the Life, where there's that section where they have a huge orchestra and they just get the orchestra to play everything as loud as they possibly can. It builds up and up and up and up and up, and then it stops. And then there's a big crash. And it feels like this sonically is what's happening here. It's going to build up to a head and then either stop or something else is going to happen. And knowing Ren, it will be 100% for a particular reason, and something cool is going to happen in just a minute. That's an interesting choice of song there. So it cuts out after that, the big build-up section. I was right, it did cut to silence, which is really cool. Use of silence, as his use of breath is fantastic. He uses silence so well as well, because it builds up and up and then it just stops. And you're like, "Oh, what's happening?" And it's not silent. You can hear a song very quietly playing in the background, which it sounds kind of like a wartime song, a kind of 1940s, like a very happy little song. Is there a significance for that? What is that song? Can someone tell me? Because that's really interesting. It's not something I've heard before, but it has a very specific kind of era of music that it kind of takes me to. So is there a reason for that? Is the character from that era? Probably not, because it's done in modern day. I don't know. There must be a reason, so please let me know. Working in the music industry is not well paid. So if you would like to support me, you can do so by buying me a coffee, or a tea as we say because we're British, and the link is here on my page. I want to say a huge thank you to everybody who's already given me some money and some support through Buy Me a Tea. So thank you so much. And let's see what happens next. What? So it ends there. What the hell? Seriously? Is that what it's meant to do? It just sort of starts this entirely new song in a new scene. I think they're in prison. And Redden's seemingly playing a different character. Maybe it's the same character, but a bit further on in life. What's happening, guys? What's happening? This is totally random for the song. I was like, oh, here it goes. It will go into the next section. And yes, but no, there's about 10 seconds of it, and then it just stops and it says July 31st. And you're like, what? I guess that's July 31st. Was that intentional? And then you have to watch the next one? Wow. And then musically, that final section was so different to the earlier kind of bit of Vincent's Tell the Sunflowers part. Because Sunflowers and Vincent sounds like it's going to be about Van Gogh, but it's not. Although the guy in it, who isn't Ren, is ginger, like Van Gogh, and has a beard like Van Gogh. I don't know if that's intentional or whether that's just a random little Easter egg thing. I don't know. So I don't think it's about Van Gogh, because he's not from London, and it's quite a lot of mention of London town. Yeah, interesting. Let me know your thoughts. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Tell me all you know about this video, because I am desperate to know. And remember to have a colourful day. Listening.